Hello again and welcome back. David from Atomic Candy and Miss Lady Pop Hunter is here with me today. Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah,
I think
hi.
I think it's fantastic. And this is something that I have brought up a few times about like you look at blind boxes and stuff, and I'm not a big fan of blind boxes.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of those.
me neither.
And people, one of the biggest complaints from people is they talk about how they don't feel like they're getting that great of a value out of the blind boxes. And they're getting, quite frankly, a lot less of a value than they realize because the stuff that goes in these boxes, and indeed a lot of the things that many of these manufacturers or many of these toy companies and other companies produce, the stuff that you see in Hot Topic or wherever, is so cheap to make
Hmm.
that you would be absolutely shocked if you knew how much they actually were. And I can tell you how much they actually are because I've been in contact with a Chinese manufacturer
Hmm.
and I've got a list of proposals.
Mm.
And I've got the screenshots of those proposals from their website so you can see that I'm not flim-flamming you here.
Mm.
And I'm going to show you what it costs to actually make these things. When they send you a box, I'm like, oh, $50 value box of your for your blind box, and what it actually costs them to put that together, which is amazingly inexpensive. Now, I'm not talking about shipping because you know when they make this stuff overseas, it's got to be
Yeah.
shipped here. Although when you ship in bulk, it's not as expensive as you think.
Hmm.
If you're buying a whole bunch of different things from a manufacturer and they fill up a shipping container, coming from like Hong Kong or from
Yeah.
Singapore or wherever, it's not that much. You'd be shocked how cheap it is. But the other thing that I'm not covering here, of course, is the franchising rights because you have to buy into the franchise. Like you want to do Marvel characters, you got to pay Marvel a percentage of
Yeah.
your asking price. So we're not talking about that. We're just talking about the manufacturing. So first thing on the list, keychains.
Yeah.
What do you think it costs to manufacture keychains?
75 cents.
75 cents? Let's take a look. How about 9 cents a piece?
Oh, well.
How about keychains? Those keychains that you're paying like $7, $8, $9 for in Hot Topic cost as little as 9 cents a piece. And it says 9 to 45. 45,
It's a high end.
45 cents. You see there it says 100-piece minimum order. That means 45 cents is the most you'll pay if you only want like 100.
Hmm.
But odds are you're going to get like 50,000 of these things, and they're going to cost you 9 cents a piece.
Mm.
How cheap is that? What about those lanyards? Those lanyards that are so popular that you see everybody wearing. What do
I
you
hate
think?
those things.
Really?
Yeah, they used to give them away as gifts at work.
Mm-hmm.
When I worked as a safety officer, we used to give away safety incentives in
Lanyard.
lay. Or when we went to safety conventions, you would always get a bag and it'll have keychains, lanyards, water bottles,
Now you know why that stuff's in there.
and a little like a softball or one of them Nerf football, and it
Oh,
always have like safety first.
yeah.
It's stupid stuff like that.
What do you think a lanyard costs to manufacture?
Not that much, like 50 cents.
How about a penny?
Oh wow.
How about 1 penny?
Mm.
36 cents on the high end if you get the minimum order. But
Mm.
you order enough of them, 1 cent a
That's why they give
piece
them
to
away so
manufacture. Yeah,
so
because
fast.
you make 20, 30, 40,000 of those things.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything. Because you know, in today in the modern society, with as far as industrialization has progressed,
Hmm.
this stuff doesn't cost anything to make anymore.
No, but then they should charge you a bunch.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. They show you a projected value to make
Mm.
you feel like you're getting a value, but you're really not because they don't cost anything anymore.
Yeah.
How about stickers? You
I
know,
know
you see
stickers are
a
super cheap.
lot of stickers that they put
Yeah, those
into these things,
boxes.
these puffy stickers and stuff. It's oh wow, you get these exclusive stickers. You ready for this one?
Hmm.
How about a penny? How
Oh
about a
well.
penny per sheet
Well,
for
you know
stickers?
those are not a lot because you can go to
No,
Dollar General and get them for like $1, $2. So you
yeah,
know stickers are cheap.
it's like you see there 2,000 piece minimum order, and that would cost a dime each. Or if you get more than 2,000, it gets smaller and smaller to fit their model. 1 cent to make a sheet of those, and those are the quality stickers. Those are the puffy ones.
Yeah,
Not even the
little
sheet
flat
stickers.
okay.
Yeah, these are the puffy molded stickers.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What about those masks?
What mask?
You know, like when we were in the Toys R Us and they had like, oh, what was it? The Five Nights at Freddy's mask.
Oh, the mask that go your face?
Yeah, those cheap Halloween looking ones. Yeah. Or what was the other one that we saw?
That Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about, like the Freddy and the Jason mask. You just
and
put
Rick
it over,
and Morty.
And then it has a little screen to go on the back.
Toys R Us had that Rick and Morty Halloween mask. It was $25.
Ooh.
$25 they wanted for that. What do you think that cost to make?
Nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. How about 1 cent a piece? How about 1 cent?
They put those masks in those blind boxes, those mystery boxes?
I've heard of that.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of them getting a mask, but they sell these masks.
Yeah, they sell them.
I mean, we're not just talking about blind boxes, but just the stuff in general. Think about that.
Yeah.
1,000 pieces for 99 cents, or you increase your order and it can get as cheap as a penny. But they're charging $25 for the Rick and Morty mask, as an example, or 20 for the Five Nights at Freddy's ones.
Yeah. And I know during
even at 99 cents a piece.
Halloween, that's when they really sell it, because them kids be getting it.
Yeah. So I mean that is a massive markup.
Yeah.
What about packages of trading cards? You know how like they have those the Pokemon
People
cards.
Still do them
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You see how much that stuff costs? It's in the front aisle at Walmart because they're afraid.
I know, but I mean, they're always there, so I didn't think people really buy them. Who trades cards anymore?
They're expensive, especially those gaming cards. What do you think a pack of cards goes for?
I never bought trading cards. I know they always had football, baseball, and basketball cards. I've seen the Pokemon cards, and I know people buy them, and I've seen them at when we used to go to toy shows a lot, but I didn't think people really bought it and actually traded. I don't know. I thought that was a lost art in the 80s and 90s, and when it was a big deal.
The end of the 80s was
when
really
people actually traded
where it started to get ugly.
Sports cards, but I know like I said, I know they still have them around, but I didn't think people actually traded.
When people figured out they were valuable, that's when they ruined the industry.
Yeah.
But how about 19 cents a pack?
A pack? How much comes in a pack?
Pack. However many cards are in the pack.
Oh.
Usually like 5 or 6. But 59 cents maximum, 19 cents minimum, depending upon your order, for each package of cards. And retail, people are paying a lot for those cards.
I really didn't.
They're not cheap.
People really traded those.
No, I mean when you're going to the store and you're paying like $9 for a pack of those cards, to think that they spend 19 cents to manufacture it, it's kind of insulting.
Yeah.
What about patches? This is one you see.
I know patches. Well, okay, because you can embroider patches, so I know to embroider them.
The sewing patches that they
would be a lot, but coming from China,
they put those in the blind boxes a lot.
I know they put those in there because I've seen some people open up their blind boxes in there. It's like, what are you gonna do with this? What are you gonna sew it on?
Some people collect them, but what's the actual manufacturing cost?
Coming from China, it can't be that much.
How about 2 cents a piece? 50 cents if you're only getting 2,000 pieces, and it can get as little as 2 cents to manufacture those patches. Like I said, I mean we're beyond the industrial age now.
Yeah.
When you're cranking them out and you can get the raw materials cheap, it does not cost anything to make this stuff anymore.
No.
Here's a big one.
Pins.
Pins are in a lot of blind boxes.
I know people collect those pins.
They do, and
they love those pins.
and they're not cheap. They're not cheap, and they sell a lot aftermarket.
Yeah, I've seen those at the toy shows, and it was a crowd of people around those pins looking at that stuff.
Flipping through it.
I don't want no pen.
Well, a lot of people seem to like them.
I guess. Where you gonna display that at?
I don't know. I guess you could put them on a pegboard.
Yeah, put it on some kind of board and stick
Or
it
get
in.
it, or do a sash like the Girl Scouts.
Ugh.
But
Yeah, you can do the same with them patches. Put it on a sash and wear it.
yeah, they don't want to stitch those patches because it won't be mint.
Yeah.
So what does it cost to do those?
How much?
10 cents a
penny?
piece.
Oh,
That's 10
10
cents.
Oh,
Two-
$2.50.
$2.50 if you only order 100.
Mm,
But the more you order, the cheaper
Of
it
course.
gets, and it can get as cheap as 10 cents in bulk.
I wonder how much those buttons, them campaign buttons that politicians always giving out.
It'd be about the same. It'd be actually might even be a little less because the button is not using as much raw material.
Yeah,
Because it's just a simple needle
yeah,
that goes through, as opposed to the pin back has to have a clip
yeah.
that
And
needs
then
to
you
be
got to
manufactured
sculpt
separately.
that
So
whatever's on
I
it.
would guess, I didn't look that one up, but I would guess it'd be about half the price. And everybody's magic favorite recently, socks. Everybody, that's a whole big craze with these novelty socks now.
Where were we the other day? GameStop?
Hot Topic.
Hot
Oh no,
Topic?
it was
It
GameStop,
was
wasn't it?
GameStop. Where they had like a whole rack full of socks.
Yeah. And they were like $10 a pair.
Yeah, for one pair of
For one
socks.
pair
You
of
go
socks.
to Walmart and
Novel-
get 6 for
Novelty
like
socks,
$5.
because they got like Disney characters on them and crap.
Mhm.
So what do they cost to manufacture?
I don't know, but I'm not paying $10 for a pair of socks.
No.
I'm gonna put your shoes on.
Would you pay
Can't see 'em.
Would you pay 90 cents for a pair?
One pair? You can go to Walmart and get 6.
To get customized socks, 90 cents.
I'm not in the socks. I know people that are in the socks. I work with this guy, and he was in the socks, and he would wear his pants a little bit short so you can see the socks. And he was a salesman.
Oh,
So
man.
when he go to people's house, he'll take his shoes off so that you can see his socks and talk about the socks to lead into his sales pitch.
I wouldn't ask him about his socks. I would not ask. I don't
wouldn't
care
ask
about
about
somebody's socks.
You coming in here to sell me something, sell what you gonna sell. We don't need to talk about your socks.
You can thank George Bush Sr. for that.
Yeah, he was big on socks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he would have like a regular suit on and he'd have like bright red socks with white polka dots on them. And people like looking at his socks because that was just weird in the 80s.
Yeah.
But not anymore. And now nobody
Yeah,
cares.
some people are deep into those socks, but not me. Just give me some white ones, black ones, and red.
Another big one.
Yeah, those t-shirts. Now I do like some of the t-shirts. I do because I don't have a lot, but I do want some of the character shirts.
Sure.
I don't have. I had like 2. Oh no, I know I got 1.
Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats, and that's it.
Thundercats.
Well,
You had another one, didn't you?
No, I got 1, but I don't like the ones they come out with. Cause the pop shirts with the big pop head thing.
Yeah,
on there.
well, you don't like the pop shirts.
No.
But I wonder what those run.
They don't cost a lot. Cause
No?
you can get them on the internet. I know. You buy a ton of them at those stores.
But when they
put on
sell
what you-
these novelty when they sell them
$20,
$20, $25 a pair, a piece,
you can go to Five Below and get them.
that's 10 cents.
Oh, that's 10 cents. Yeah.
10 cents, $1 a piece if you order 100.
Oh.
10 cents a piece if you order in bulk.
Oh.
But 10 cents. Funko or whoever gets like 20,000 of these and basically the manufacturing cost is going to be between 10 and 20 cents for them.
But look at this. When it says supply ability, what's that? 100,000 pieces per month. That means they're gonna ship you that stuff every month.
No, what they're saying is that for your specific order, it would take them 1 month to crank out 100,000 if you wanted that many.
Are you sure that's what they're saying?
Yeah, 100,000 pieces per month. That's the maximum they can produce them. That's what they're suggesting. And we'll give you one more since it's so popular. Those plush toys.
I do not like those plush toys.
Yeah, well, they're out there and they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
They're not
Yet. We saw that group for like what, $35?
50.
Or $50?
The big one?
Yeah, the big one that's at Target.
Target
Can't
exclusive
find
group.
nothing else at Target, but you can
Groot's
find
there.
that Groot.
Nobody wants that.
Not for $50.
So what does one of those regular sized plushies want? One of them little
I
10-inch
bet you it's
ones?
under $1.
You think so?
But they charging you 50.
Well, let's take a look. How about 50 cents?
See, under $1.
$1.50 if you want 500, 50 cents a piece if you want more. And they can produce 500,000 in a month, it says.
For Singing Monster Stuffed Plush.
Because this one has an electronic feature.
So it can sing.
Yeah, it's musical. It does, or whatever it does, it talks or something. But yeah, and that, think about that. 50 cents and it talks. 10-inch plush. That is incredible.
But, go ahead.
And I know some people might be thinking, well, what about those big ones? What about those big ones like that deluxe size Groot? Well, if you want a giant size one like this one displayed here, $1.99 to manufacture the big one.
But that makes me think back to those t-shirts. Because you see a lot of these YouTube people, they always selling t-shirts. And I always wonder, where you get all those t-shirts from? And I know you can get them online because I've seen those websites and they come on TV, they advertise on TV, get so many shirts for so many dollars. But I always wonder, is it really worth it? And then if you get them off of this Chinese website, you buy like 500. You only pay 10 cents a piece for them.
Something like that. Yeah, it's extremely cheap. So there you go. I mean,
so if you want some t-shirts so you can advertise it on your website, you can pull it off.
There are plenty of made Chinese. They're in Hong Kong and Singapore and wherever you want. There's plenty of Asian manufacturers. Then you just got to figure out the shipping schedule, and the shipping is not that cheap. I mean, I'm sorry, not that expensive. It's actually really cheap to get that stuff shipped from overseas because they get special privileges for shipping expenses.
Yeah.
You have to wait a while. It doesn't show up like the next day.
Yeah,
you're gonna be waiting like anywhere up to from 30 to 60 days for it to show up on the boat.
For that price, it's worth it. At least you can say, okay, I got something planned, and then you give yourself some time.
Set yourself up in advance.
Yeah, and then you're ready.
And it makes you wonder.
About what?
How much does the stuff that Funko produces cost?
Not that much. What you mean, like the pops?
Yeah, all the stuff they make. They make pops and they make Dorbs. And,
they make Dorbs. I'm just wondering what you mean.
all that stuff.
The stupid t-shirts and them pins and pin toppers.
I can tell you. I can find that out. Do you want to see that? I can do that in another video if anybody's interested. I can tell you. I can pick a handful of things that Funko manufactures and give you a basic idea of what it actually costs that company to manufacture that stuff. If anybody's interested. If you're interested, you just say so in the comment section down below and we can do another one.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think of that? Do you feel the same way about all these like so-called collectible merchandise items? Or do you not care? Or do you get it? How do you feel about that? You can go ahead and post your comments in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
Please do give it a thumbs up if you got anything out of the video. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell if you haven't. And check out some of our other videos. We cover a lot of different subjects. Sometimes she's even here to keep me company because she is so freaking awesome.
Yep.
And is there anything else? Any other points?
No, that's it.
Okay. So that being said, we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop it.
I didn't do anything.